Hello everyone, I'm SCP-Man11, and this is the guide to MTF. After this video, we only have one more faction to cover, which is the Serpent's Hand, which I rightfully saved for last. So, let's begin. Your objectives, and also, sorry if this video is long, are to eliminate the SCPs, eliminate hostile factions, and rescue remaining facility personnel. Now that's the short part of the video. Now we're getting into the long part of the video. Let's go. So, unassigned MTF. Advantages and disadvantages. You have no advantages. You're stupid. And disadvantages. You have no abilities. You make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats. You have 125 health, unlike every other MTF unit, which has, I believe, 150 health, except the MTF scientist. You spawn with a random primary, a random secondary, a level 4 keycard, and any grenade. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you have no abilities. And sorry if I can't speak today. And now we're moving on to Alpha 1, Red Right Hand. Advantages and disadvantages. You have no advantages. And your disadvantages, you have no abilities, you only spawn in council rescue, you make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, you have 150 health, you have a random primary, a random secondary, level 4 killer, and any grenade. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you have no abilities. Now we're on to New 7, Hammer Down, or New 07, Hammer Down. Advantages and disadvantages. Like I said, I can't speak. Advantages and disadvantages. Gosh. Alright, your advantages that you look like the Chaos Insurgency. This may confuse Class D or the Chaos Insurgency themselves. Looks pretty freaking cool if I do have to say so myself. And this could be none, but these are my two advantages for this class. Please don't come after me. Your disadvantages, not advantages. I just did those. Disadvantages are that you have no abilities. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-076-2 spawns or is currently in game. And the reason I say that as a disadvantage is because more likely unassigned MTF will spawn, so that sucks. And you make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, you have 150 health. You spawn with a random primary, a random secondary, a level 4 keycard, and any grenade. You spawn at Gate A. Now we're moving on to Epsilon 11, designated Nine-Tailed Fox, has entered the video. Advantages and disadvantages. You look pretty freaking cool. And you can spawn in the game mode who you're going to call if there is no more SCP-280s. Or no more Eyes in the Dark. Your disadvantages, you have no abilities, you have a chance to spawn SCP-106 currently in game, which I believe to be true. I have no idea. And you make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, you have 150 health. You spawn with a random primary, a random secondary, and any keycard, but also any grenade. No, not any keycard, a level 4 keycard. I told you I can't speak today. And your spawn location is Gate B, and you have no abilities. You have 13 Ghostbusters. Advantages and disadvantages. Their weapon, which is the PCR-UV, deals 2 times damage to SCP-280. The PCR-UV can stun SCP-280's lunge ability. I can't talk. You basically have no abilities if you get rid of your PCR-UV. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-280 is currently in-game. The PCR-UV does pitiful damage, and you make breathing noises that may alert enemies. That was hard to say. My goodness. Alright, your stats, you have 150 health. Yeah, your primary is the PCR-UV. Your secondary is random. You have a level 4 keycard, and you have any grenade. And you spawn at Gate A. Not Gate A, Gate B. I'm so getting mixed up today. Alright, but also you have abilities this time, unlike the other MTF units we have mentioned. You can deal 2 times damage to SCP-280 with the PCR-UV. I really want to stop saying that word. And your abilities, you have none. If you have unequipped your PCR-UV, I'm gonna get tired of saying that real quick. Goodness. Alright, now ETA-10, See No Evil. Advantages and disadvantages. You cannot trigger SCP-096. You can see SCP-966. You have immunity to flash grenades. Thank the Lord you do. and you can see far distances if NVGs are on. Looks like Serpent's hand, so it may confuse SCPs or Serpent's hand agents at first. I told you I can't speak today. I'm gonna mention this so many times in this video. And your disadvantages, your NVG's site is terrible in surface zone. That is a very good disadvantage. Oh, I literally can't speak. Unlike SCP-096, SCP-966 can still engage in combat with you. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-096 or SCP-966 is in the game, and will probably kill you. You have make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, you have 150 health, you have a random primary, random secondary, a level 4 keycard, and any grenade. You spawn at Gate B, and you cannot trigger SCP-096. You can see SCP-966, and you have immunity to flash grenades. Those are your abilities. Get used to them. Now we have Epsilon 9, Fire Eaters. Advantages and disadvantages. You cannot be burnt by SCP-457. I can't speak. My goodness. Incendiary grenades will not affect you. Your disadvantages are that you are easily distinguishable, which means people will know what you are. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-457 is in the game. You make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Stats. You have 150 health. You spawn with a random primary, a random secondary, a level 4 keycard, and any grenade. You spawn at KA, and you cannot be burnt by SCP-457, and you have immunity to incendiary grenades. Those are your abilities. Get used to them. Now we're on to Beta 7, Mass Hatters. Advantages and disadvantages. You cannot be touched by SCP-049, being immune to his touches, and you cannot be infected by SCP-610. Your disadvantages are that you are easily distinguishable. SCP-610 may not be able to infect you, but they can still damage you. So can SCP-049-2s. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-049 or SCP-610 is in-game. You cannot win with SCPs by being infected or touched. You make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, you have 150 health, you spawn with a random primary, a random secondary, a level 4 keycard, and any grenade. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you cannot be touched by SCP-049 or SCP-610. Now we're on to ETA-11, Savage Beasts. I know some people would get mad at me if I didn't include this since it's technically in-game, so here we go. Your advantages and disadvantages. You are immune to SCP-066, probably the best looking MTF unit in the game, at least I think so, which it is. You can't convince me otherwise. Your disadvantages cannot spawn since SCP-066 was removed, can only spawn in Council Rescue. You have a chance to spawn when SCP-066 is in game, or used to, and you make breathing noises that may alert enemies. Your stats, that you have 150 health, and you have a random primary, a random secondary, level 4 keycard, and any grenade. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you are immune to SCP-066. Yeah, you are, and you have none. Then, if 066 isn't in game, you have no abilities. Nice. Now, MTF Scientist, your advantages and disadvantages. You have none. You have no advantages. Get used to it. And your disadvantages can only spawn if a facility personnel escapes. You have no abilities. Does not have a helmet, therefore it can be headshotted. You make breathing noises that may alert enemies? Because I don't really know this. I don't know everything. I'm sorry. And then your stats, you have 125 health. You spawn with a random primary, random secondary, level 4 keycard, and any grenade. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you have no abilities. Now we're moving on to the MTF Commander. Advantages and disadvantages. You spawn with the MG4. You also spawn with the medkit. Other than that, it's the same. Your disadvantages are that you have no abilities. You can only spawn in team deathmatches, and you make breathing noises that may alert enemies? Your stats, you have 150 health, you spawn with the MG4, you spawn with random secondary, level 4 keycard, any grenade, and you spawn with a medkit. Your spawn location is Gate B, and you have nothing. You have no abilities. I'm sorry. By the way, I was looking on Google or the SCP Rbreach wiki for whatever MTF Commander I could find, and I came across a female one, so I just decided to put the security detail commander instead. It was a monstrosity, I tell you. My goodness. Alright, moving on. Factions. You are hostile to the Class D. You're friendly to facility personnel. I said that wrong. You're friendly to security detail, mobile task forces. You're hostile to the Chaos Insurgency, of course. The SCPs, of course. The Serpent and you are neutral to the GOC. You are friendly to the FBI, and you are hostile to the KGB. Nice. Now some tips. Now I might lose my voice here, so let's hope I don't. As ETA 10, aka See No Evil, always have your NVGs while in the facility. This makes it so that you can see farther ranges, which may be useful. As ETA 10, aka See No Evil, make sure there's nobody with you that can trigger SCP-096 with you. If there isn't, happy hunting. As Epsilon 9, aka Fire Eaters, do not be scared by incendiary grenades. You can walk right through them, even your own. As Beta 7, aka Mass Hatters, you should think before pursuing SCP-049 or SCP-610. They could be leading you into more SCPs that are more capable of dealing with you. As Mu-13, aka Ghostbusters, if SCP-280 happens to be dead, or that you killed them, replace your PCR-UV with another primary weapon. As Mu-13, aka Ghostbusters, if SCP-280 is present and still alive, or I put live because I don't know how to spell, and well, do not get rid of your PCR-UV. You may encounter the best SCP in game, which is SCP-280, and I'm not lying. You don't know what he can do. If you're not Beta 7, aka Mass Hatters, it is a good idea to stay away from SCP-610 while fighting it. Always prioritize SCPs over a Class D. I'm already starting to lose my voice. Alright, more tips. Make sure to stay with facility personnel while they're escaping. Don't ditch them. Do not complain about what MTF unit you are. Just roll with it. Oh my god, my voice. As Epsilon 9, aka Fire Eaters, when pursuing SCP-457, be aware that they can also run and the closed doors behind them. Make sure to think of possible flank routes. Stay away from SCPs while engaging in a fight with them. As ETA-11, aka Savage Beasts, remember that you are useless. Nice. As Beta 7, aka Mass Hatters, make sure friendlies stay away from SCP-049 and especially SCP-610. Keep them somewhere safe until SCP-049 or SCP-610 have been terminated and can never come back. Don't camp extraction point, please. And I ran out of tips. I did. And that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. My voice is going to die soon, so that's good. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We only have the Serpent's hand left, then I'm going to get into Gamemodes and such. I really hope you enjoy that. This has been SCP-Man11. Farewell.